Hello, I am Brother Kelly Hughes, Chaplain of the Arts. We are broadcasting live to tape from the beautiful Valiant Theatre in the heart of Winnipeg's greasy tenderloin. This is Kelly Hughes Live Slices Fringe Edition. Happens only once a year. We are broadcasting every Saturday, 1 p.m., 101.5 UM-FM, and also on YouTube until the earth swallows the sun. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you to my guests for stopping by. Rod Peter Jr. and Stephanie Morin-Robert.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
So no one's fucking.
How y'all doing? Yeah.
Sweaty.
Hot enough for you?
Yeah.
What was the
Drenched.
hottest, Rod, what was the hottest thing you did today, and was it in the last 10 minutes?
I ran here like 4 blocks because I was at my venue fixing a little problem, and then I realized what time it was, so I booked it. I
Stephanie,
didn't have to.
what was the hottest thing you did today, or did you manage to stay cool all day?
You know, we have a family of 4 staying in our Wolseley home, and we don't have AC, so it's really hot in there. But yesterday was like 37, 38 Celsius? So today is almost 10 degrees less than that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Last 2 days.
today's cooler.
Today feels okay.
Manageable.
I was telling Stephanie that not long before she arrived, I got back from work, and I had been Winnipeg Mennonite Theatre has a warehouse space over here that they use for their studio and their workshop and all that kind of stuff. And we had to move everything from one side of the warehouse to the other, me and my helper, and it was so hot up there because it's hotter inside. In the places it didn't
Heat
cool
rises.
down. Well, in the places it didn't cool down from yesterday, like it's okay outside, it's bearable, but it was like still 37 or whatever up there. So we did that for 2 hours, and I was thinking about it, and I thought that it was kind of funny. I do lots of different kinds of work, but I thought that it was funny that I was doing. I do a lot of kind of arts adjacent stuff, and I've been helping Fringe people right now. That had nothing to do with Fringe, but it was just kind of funny. I just thought it was kind of funny that I was doing that. And I actually, this is not what I wanted to do first, but I'm going to get back to this because I want you to tell us all, Rod, tell us all about yourself. Why you
What do
exist?
you want to know?
Why you
Why do I
exist?
exist?
Why you exist?
Yeah, why do
And then
exist?
give us the elevator pitch. I've been doing this, and some people, like, when you ask them why they exist, like, they practically just, it's very hard.
I exist because my parents had intercourse.
We've heard that one already.
Yeah.
Just like,
They.
what's the deal with Rod Peter Jr.?
They are like, why am I still here on the planet? Why haven't I ended my life?
What are you supposed to
That's
be
a
doing?
very good
What
question.
are you supposed to be doing? Are you doing what you're
Dark.
supposed to be doing?
I know, right? Dark. I think so. I think I have depression and anxiety, and I'm pretty open about it. And even though I was why do I exist? I've had suicidal tendencies in my past, and you constantly, sometimes you question, who you are and why you're here and what you're doing. And you as an artist, sometimes when you're not like George Clooney or fucking Kate Winslet, and you're just out there and you're not a superstar, sometimes you can question why you keep doing this type of art, in particular why you do Fringe, because you're putting yourself out there, right? Like, this isn't a contract where you're getting guaranteed money. You're spending thousands of your own dollars producing the things you do, right? It's a risk. And so, there's a lot of times you're like, should I be doing this? Should I, go do something else? And I think that, this is what I want to do. This is what I should be doing because it makes me happy, right? And I think that anytime something makes you happy, you do it. If you're not happy, don't do it. And so that's like my driving force. And that's the thing that my wife tells me is if that makes you happy, then we support it and we do it. So.
Well, that's the best answer so far. What's the elevator pitch for your show?
My show is called Dad Stuff. It's all about me trying to be a dad, about my wife and I trying to get pregnant and what that looks like, intermingled with stories about my dad and his journey to becoming a dad and why he wanted to be a dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stephanie, what's your deal? Why do you exist?
my
And
deal?
your elevator pitch for your show.
I think depending on when that question's asked in my life, it shifts. Like now, I really feel like my existence is beyond me and for my kids. And yeah, it shifts though. Like in this moment, I'm like, okay, what am I doing? What do I need? And my daughter's at summer camp for the first time, and she's away for a week. So it's like, oh, I exist for a slightly different reason. Or when I'm on tour, so my existence is always like it's morphing continuously. And some days I don't even know what I like to eat because all my kids eat are like pizza, mac and cheese, and French fries. And I'm like, what do I like? So it's a hard question. Elevator pitch, I mean, similar to you, I'm doing a show about motherhood, about becoming a mom. But
What's it called?
It's called Black Eye. And it's about me being pregnant and transitioning from this like life where I get to do what I want, when I want, whenever I want, to really having to dedicate every single inch of myself to my children, and the lessons that has taught me along the way with, a bunch of eye jokes, because that's kind of my trademark, peppered in with that, and also the questioning of whether or not I would pass on like the hereditary cancer that I was born with to my children, and discovering that really the moment they're born. So that's like the show, but it's through, which is a story that I've told in different ways over the course of the year. And Fringe has very much been a playground for me, where I get to try stuff and then take what I learn and on the Fringe from other artists, or also from the audiences and from the media, and building like a portfolio where I could sell the show and tour it, outside the Fringe. So this is like content that I've done before, but now it's really owning in the lens of doing it through stand-up comedy, where it's like the reality is extended just for the sake of the joke. And so that's been a really fun territory. And for this round of this show, I've been workshopping with Jimmy Hogg, who's a very, white man.
Is he more white?
Well, I mean, he's British, so obviously.
Is he more white than other? Like, is he more white than us?
I don't know.
He's pretty white.
He's British.
He's pretty white, right?
Yeah. He's just very lovely and easy to hang out with, and loves storytelling and loves comedy. And it's been fun because it's almost like I'm leaning into this like white man persona as a woman on stage, which I feel like it helps me take space as a comedian. And Kelly, I think we connected about this before. In Winnipeg, I really have kind of shied away from doing comedy in town, even though I'm a full-time professional comedian. I don't feel comfortable doing comedy in Winnipeg. And I've had situations where I just feel really shitty, and I didn't feel welcomed. So it's like to now live in Winnipeg, to do stand-up in Winnipeg, and for it to be the Fringe, but now it's like my hometown. It's a really cool feeling. So just trying to take that, take the space. So
now that you identify as a white man, you're finding it easier to get out there. I mean, I probably, what we talked about was, there's it's a, Winnipeg is not like a huge place. It's not Toronto or Vancouver, anywhere like that. And so there's a scene, but it's like, it's kind of not, it's got these kind of borders around it. And there's a lot of gatekeeping, and it just makes me think of the expression from, I don't know what the expression, we used to talk about it with poetry, but we'll use it for this too. The fighting is so vicious because the stakes are so low. I mean, it's like, people, it's like open mics and stuff. I mean, it's like, somebody's got their little, fiefdom, and I mean, nobody's making a dime.
Totally. And that's so it was so frustrating. For me, the open mics are so important, or any sort of cabaret where I could actually try material, because I develop material in front of an audience. And that's why Fringe has been so pivotal to my process. But yeah, just set is so cutthroat. I mean, not everywhere. There's people who are great, and I just don't I don't really love it.
Yeah, stand-up's weird.
I've felt
Can be,
singled
yeah.
out,
Yeah.
where it's like, why are you here? You have a tour. You don't need to take our opportunities, or like even stuff like that. Where I'm just like, well, I'm working. Like this is my
and that's the thing is a lot of people see it as a zero-sum game, right? There's no mostly fringe people, rising tide raises all boats, right? Like mostly you're not mad because somebody else is doing a show that
I'm not. I don't care. I've seen it. You've definitely seen it.
But I'm saying I'm
not gonna name names, but you've seen.
Yeah,
it
but
happens.
I'm saying mostly. Mostly that's not the way that it is. It's mostly collegial and collaborative, and
it's a family. We all kind of support each other, and when things are hard, you know that other people have experienced that. No matter how successful their show might be now or not, it's like everybody has put in the work, and there's waves, right? So 1 year it could be great, and other years you're like, what the heck? You're like, this is different. And it's nice to have that shared, well, it's community. It's a sense of belonging. And I think a lot of us artists and neurodivergent people, and we're like all these lone wolves come together. We all kind of have this like meaning of life, like what is your purpose of life? To come back to that question, it's like I think most of us are looking for a sense of belonging in that like life quest. It's like, how can I feel like I'm somewhere that I'm being welcomed, and
there's a bit like a carny life to it, right? Like I equate it to like being in the circus, right? That you're these individuals, like you say, that you come together. Like some of like my closest friends and people I don't see only a couple of times a year. Like where I live, I'll talk to those people less than I will people that I see on tour. Like I call more people that I don't live in the same city with, because that's how we connect.
They're your people.
Yeah.
And this is such a wonderful time. I mean, even for like, I don't do a Fringe show, but I do this. And last year I did about 17 hours, and I talked to 60 performers, creators, and this is more fun even than going and sitting in somebody's show, honestly, because I love to understand what people think. But like, we went out, my partner and I went out, I don't know, last week or something, for dinner with some normies, and I just like I can't even, I just hear people talk about whatever, and I'm just like, oh my god, have we been sitting here for 6 hours? Like I can't. I find it so hard to be interested in what a lot of people have to talk about, so I mean, you don't have to, when it's Fringe people, you don't have to explain what you do. Everybody already knows. You don't have to like, because if it's somebody that has no frame of reference, you're going to spend the whole time explaining what it is that you do. But, and even, there's so many people that are just kind of around, like not even in Fringe itself. There's a guy, there's a guy who's doing a show, another dad show called
Tony Adams.
Tony, yeah.
Not
Tony.
Is it
Tony? Isn't Tony?
No, Tony's doing.
He is too, but no.
Tony Wrestles the World, which is about their relationship with their dad. And
there's a Winnipeg guy.
Which is a great fun
show.
Another
dad show.
Who's doing another dad show, and he this is his first Fringe show, and he has been a volunteer and a Fringe goer in Winnipeg since 1989. And now here he is. He's kind of, his kids are grown up,
right?
And he decided to do a show.
That's awesome.
And so because really, I mean, there are there's the performers and the creators, and then there are all the other people kind of around. Like even in those Facebook groups, when somebody posts and says, "Hey, I need a table, or I needed this, or I needed that," and some person will pop up out of the a local person. And say, "Hey, I can, send me a message. I can help you out." And I always help people find stuff. But it's collaborative with, and a lot of those people are sort of audience people. So it's a collaborative thing with your audience.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, the people that come and see you, I mean, a lot of those people, like, you know, when you're around long enough, like, and they decide they like you, they love you, right?
Oh yeah.
And you can, they would come,
they're loyal,
and they would pay for you to read the phone book.
Yeah.
Totally.
Really.
And they have paid to see people read the phone book.
Yeah.
I sometimes show up at my show and I have people who have like gifts for my kids and know my kids by name, and you know, and sometimes it crosses the line. It feels a little bit weird.
Okay, let's talk about stalkers.
But other than that, it's really sweet. It's like,
right.
Yeah, people care, and they're also looking for a sense of belonging. I think they find it through listening to our stories and what we do on stage, and like even the artists, you know, I've been extremely influenced by the work that I've seen and the people that I've met, other artists, like while touring, and it's changed what I do in a really big way. Like I started the Fringe as a co-producer of the Montreal Fringe. I was studying contemporary dance at Concordia University, started touring the Fringe with contemporary dance, spoken word, multidisciplinary, intergenerational show where it was very serious. I did not talk on stage, and I was very like, you know, doing contemporary dance. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know, fucking a clown, and then
as one does,
started doing clown.
I remember seeing your show. It was the poet. He did poetry, and you guys danced in like water.
Yeah,
Ian
Ferrier.
That was Montreal, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
So Ian was like the grandfather of spoken word in Montreal.
Okay.
Really prolific and beautiful writer, and we started collaborating. And he was older than my father, and he was like one of the first older men that I really trusted, because I just didn't. And then we started this beautiful collaboration together, and created 3 shows. And while touring those on the circuit, one calf twice. While touring those, like, I fell in love, started a family with that person. You know, one of my main collaborators, Ingrid Hansen, who you also worked with for a while, like, is now someone I regularly, you know, one of the closest people in my life. And the Fringe has really changed me from like, now I do puppetry and clown and stand-up comedy and storytelling full time. I don't even really do dance.
Yeah.
Ron, have you ever fucked a clown?
No, but I wrote a show called Escape from Canada, and I got my co-star Tamlin Bryson to fuck a puppet on stage. They played Tamlin Bryson playing Tamlin Bryson, playing Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken, and had to save Canada. And so it was like drag, and then they have sex with a female puppet.
Yeah. But we
that
had
makes
sex
sense.
before I was a clown.
What's that?
I said we had sex before I was a clown.
The 2 of you. Okay.
That's true.
That's cool.
But I wasn't a clown yet, so fair enough.
That's cool.
I'm just an idiot.
Have you seen
TMI?
No, that's good. That's good. This is what we want to know. We're gonna clip it and
Clip it.
put it all over.
That's the headline.
Put it all over TikTok.
Yeah.
You both have seen Ronnie Burkett, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful puppets and just such a lovely
Just
world.
speaking of clown fucking.
Yeah.
Puppet fucking rather. Sorry, not clown fucking, but
I love that it was like, are we gonna get into all the people that everyone slept with over the years, over touring?
Do you know?
Then we all settle down and get married.
Well, we all make shows about
Shows
it.
funny.
Actually, I had one guy make a show about me. That was not.
I know. Yeah.
That was too.
Yeah.
That was over the line.
Yeah.
One of the over the line
Heartbreak,
things.
but
Yeah.
we don't need to get into that.
Well, you brought it up.
I remember that. Wasn't me.
It's just funny 'cause when you said
No, not naming.
when you said fucking a clown, like I know what clowning is, but clown, you know, the first thing that pops into my head is, you know, Ronald McDonald and the one from It.
Oh God.
Yeah, Pennywise.
Wendy Winaz, you know her?
Yes.
And she did the first time she was here. I don't remember what show she was doing, but I met her when she was flyering, and she said, "Do you like sexy clowns?" And I said, "No, this is your." But I didn't understand.
You didn't know how
Right.
sexy clowns could
Right.
be.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
That's
Yeah.
why.
That's
Yeah, there's
exactly
such a
it.
wide range. I mean, like anything, right? In stand-up comedy, there's all these different types of comics,
Mm-hmm.
gimmicks or one-liners or story-based or alternative clowning, like whatever. And then it's the same in clown. And there's such a wide range of types of clown, and depending on like where the breeding of the clowns happen, It's like I'm more trained on the West Coast. Pachinko would be the background, which by chance is also Ingrid's background as a clown. So there's like little pockets. Yeah.
Do people always know, like audiences always know what you mean when you say clowning? Or do you sometimes just not say that?
Don't say it.
Because like it's like saying it's like when you say jazz. People think they know what it is. And I just think that, or certain things, if you say something is stand-up comedy, people go, oh, I like stand-up comedy,
And then they might leave being like, you're not a comic. And I'm like, well,
yeah,
it depends. Like, it's such that's interesting. I called myself a storyteller for so long because I was worried that if I called myself a comic, I had to be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
So storytelling, it's like, if it's funny, it's a bonus. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think is that Eden? Yes. Come on in. We're recording. But yeah, we're gonna shuffle here. Eden is gonna come and sit down here. We're gonna keep going. This is all good. I'm gonna get you a microphone. I'm gonna lock the door so nobody comes in looking for a sandwich. We are on the radio, so we're gonna keep talking so we don't have any awkward silences. We are just talking about.
Can you imagine just awkward silence?
We are just talking about clown fucking, and so you're just here at the right time.
That's what it's called.
I love a bit of clown fucking, mate.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Oh man.
I'm just gonna get you to just clip that on. Maybe just sort of cheat it to the left a bit. I'm gonna move this so we can all be in there. Can we put our seats closer together here?
Snuggle.
This is how the sausage is made right here, folks. This is live.
Okay.
I mean, this is how shows go sometimes, right?
Mine, especially me arriving late, going. Let's do a show.
You know that story about TJ? He was doing a show and then he forgot where he was, and he said, "Does anybody have a copy of whatever show he was doing?" Somebody had the script, they had the book, and he got it from them, and he went and found the page where he was, and he kept going.
Oh, he forgot what show he was doing.
He forgot where he forgot. Yeah, he kind of got.
Was.
Yeah, right. Because he's not like Martin Dockery, who carries 9 full shows in his head at all times and could do any of them at the drop of a hat.
I had something really similar because I do also have lots and lots of shows in my head and lots of other kind of random stories. And I was doing my.
No, just to keep going.
I was doing my Buckets of Blood show, which is 3 fairy tales, and in between I talk about the origins of fairy tales and where they've come from. And I was halfway through the second fairy tale, and as I was doing it, I was going, "This is not how it goes. This is not how it ends." And I just had to look at my technician and go, "Are we on the first story? The second story?" She went, "You're on the second story." I went, "Oh, so I'm in the right place." Because my head, I hadn't finished the first story. So I thought, I need to finish the first story before I start the second. Why am I halfway through the second? She was like, "You finished the first, carry on going." I was like, "Okay." And I carried on. And the others just thought it was part of the show. And it wasn't. It was just my head going, I don't remember finishing that story.
I was on tour once doing a 4-show day. And one show was English school show, which is the shorter version. Right after I did the same show in French. Right after that, I did an evening, like 90-minute English, followed by another late evening 90-minute French show.
Wow.
And while I was doing it, it was so trippy because I was like, have I already said this? And what language am I speaking in? And what language am I thinking in? And it was just like this whole, and I was just kind of on autopilot. And I felt like I had this out-of-body experience where I was like literally puppeteering myself while reflecting and looking down at myself being like, oh wow, really, you said that? Okay, wait, are you sure? Like, what are we doing now? And it was this really interesting dialogue. But that was where I was kind of like stuck in my mind maze of like, wait, what? I already said that 4 times today. Like, is that anyway?
Has anyone done like a professional gig where it's like, like Beckett or something, like, like a professional like theater gig, but you've got like 2 lines in the entire show, like you're not the lead, and you get out there and you're like, I don't know my line, because you spend too much time sitting in the back, right? Like I've had that like once, and I did a show with this like older gentleman, and he was like the dad. And I think it was the master builder. And, you're just like, everyone's got like tons and tons of dialogue. And he just came out like first scene. He's just like, I don't know. He just couldn't get it out. Right. It was like, he had like half a page. Like, that's it. Like just a little bit was just like, oh, I haven't warmed up. The brain hadn't gone yet. And, the leads were just like, what are you doing? Because like, they're just like in go
That's
mode.
never happened to me for real, but that's my version of the the test, you've taken tests and you haven't studied for it.
Yes.
But, and I haven't really, it's been like 30 years since I was on stage to be anything other than myself. But I still have the dream where I know I'm going to come on soon, and I know I don't know my lines. So I'm wandering around looking for a script. And then also I'm looking for my costume, because I also know I'm not wearing my costume. And then the dream just drags on and on and on. And I know the show's already going. I'm like I know I've been wandering around for 3 hours, and I'm like, the show must be over by now.
Those are so stressful. Those dreams are so stressful. I was in Regina touring the Fringe for the first time. I've only done that one once. And it was my birthday. So a gang of us decided to do acid.
As one does.
And I actually
in Regina.
And we were going to go see the BFG because Chris Gibbs, who's a Fringer, was in it. And that was the activity, right? We're in Regina, we're going to go see a movie. And then I get like a notification on my phone that I have a show coming up in like an hour. And I was like, wait, what? And I forgot that I had a show. And the people I were with, they were in a duo, and they were going to go off and do their show, but they were together in this experience of still being so high. And I had to go do my little like blindside solo show where I take out my eye for the audience and kind of do little cute jokes and storytelling about it. So here I am, fast forward, I'm in Regina at my venue. People are lined up because I'm late. It's in a church. And then I'm like, okay, I'll stand at the door and greet people as they come in and see if I could speak. Because I felt like I couldn't even get words out. And I couldn't do that. And then the show started, and somehow it's magic, right? Like adrenaline kicks in, and you're just capable suddenly to do. Oh, I actually remember Rob G was there. Rob G was there. I remember just being like owning in on Rob G. And the part where I take out the eye and I'm in front of the camera, I'm looking at myself on the big like screen. And it was as though I was experiencing that for the first time. Like I didn't know I had a glass eye. And then I was like taking it out, and my pores were, alive, and the audience was melting. And it was like one of the most amazing shows I've ever done.
If only they could have. If only the audience could have seen the same show you did. Right?
I would love this like a version of this that you were like, and it turned out to be the greatest show I've ever done. But in reality, you were just like facing a wall, right? Just be like, how about it? And then no one left going like, what?
It felt amazing.
What was that? But you're like, it was amazing. Like everyone loved it.
Just
right?
watching
it was a standing ovation, right?
Yeah. When you go to the bathroom at a party, you walk in with yourself in the mirror, and you're just like, oh. But it was like that. But I was in front of a sold-out, like church-filled Regina Fringe show,
which is why we don't do acid.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
We have got a guest here. If you're listening on the radio, you can see what happens if you're watching on YouTube. We had a guest who walked in tardy, and we have not. We don't know who it is. Nobody knows who it is. This is Eden Ballantyne. Eden. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us why you exist, and then give us the elevator pitch for your show.
I'm Eden Ballantyne. I'm a storyteller from Yorkshire, England, Leeds. I've been asked several times today, where are you from? And I go, do I say the area? Do I say the county? Or do I say the country? Because I'm never sure how well your knowledge of British geography
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, you could say Yorkshire if you want people to talk
do
about.
people know about Yorkshire?
If you want people to talk
Yeah.
about the pudding.
Yeah, we're not American. We're not ignorant.
Yeah,
Well,
but,
that's
but
true,
we
that's
love
true.
dessert.
Yeah.
Sorry, Yorkshire pudding is not a dessert.
Yeah.
Yorkshire pudding is definitely not a dessert.
Fight.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose if you covered it in chocolate sauce and put ice cream in it, maybe it would
Is
be.
it not a dessert?
No,
No.
it's a savoury dish.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I love
We'll-
savory.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I'll give you a Yorkshire
Why
pudding
do you
recipe.
exist?
Why do you exist?
Why do you
Yeah, why do you exist?
So I'm a storyteller, and I'm here in Fringe with 2 shows this year. I'm doing my Grimm's Fairy Tales, my feminist fairy tales on the Kids Fringe, which I first brought to Winnipeg. It was the show that brought me to Winnipeg in 2018. So I love that show and I love Winnipeg for it. And then I'm also doing a show called Thor's a Dick, Viking Legends Not for Kids. And it's on at the venue is called the Richardson Studio at the MTYP.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So you're over there at the Forks.
I'm over there at the Forks. I've got one place. I'm in one building. I know where I am. I won't get lost.
Took you half an hour to walk over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hot.
It's very hot.
Very
It is
hot out.
so hot here.
Is England having global warming?
We have got the global warming. I've just been at.
It's made it all the way
That's
there.
amazing.
It has. So we had a heat wave in the south of England while I was at Barnstaple Fringe in Devon. Then the heat wave moved to north, and as I moved to Buxton Fringe,
So this is your fault.
I have been
Yeah.
swarming
Okay.
around the fringes of Britain with the heat waves, melting a lot.
Wow.
Which is why I remade my whole Viking costume from a woolen tunic into a linen tunic.
It's,
It was a good idea.
Yeah.
Originally, it was a wool hat, a wool cloak, a wool tunic, a linen shirt, and wool trousers and wool leg wraps. I was like, I am remaking the whole thing in linen.
2 people asked
Great
me.
if
So
it's
this is
leather.
we've already done I don't know 4 or 5 hours of interviews, and one person. People have asked if I wanted them to wear their costumes, which I don't, because it's gimmicky and weird, and not really what I want. But one person she's doing the sexy pigeon show, and it was 1,000,000 degrees the other day, and she was like, "I'm very happy I'm not dressed like a pigeon," because one person was a pigeon outfit is hot, and then there was another guy who didn't ask me that. He just came in here and started changing, and he was doing like a World War II. He was doing letters, which is a World War II thing, and he was like putting on pants, and then he's like putting on a greatcoat, and I'm like, I don't think this is what you want to do, because it's just put your shorts back on, buddy. It's
That would have been funnier if it was just radio.
Yeah.
Well, no, the thing that people
You're like, go ahead, dress up.
the worst thing, because I've been doing this for a long time, and we started filming last year, but it always just used to be on the radio.
Yeah.
But the worst thing that anybody can do and has done is come in and insist on me interviewing them in character. I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Just it just is always
Right.
dumb. I mean, I'm sure it has its place somewhere.
Note to self, come in character next year.
Yeah, just to fuck with you.
Yeah.
I feel like when I actually met my partner, he was full on in character for everybody, the festival organizers, other artists, and on stage. And they did the whole like James and Jamesy, we're British all the time thing. And I remember when I found out that they weren't actually British, I was just so surprised and irritated. It's just like, what the heck? Eventually got over it and had kids.
I was gonna say, I feel like you got over it a bit.
Like,
Which
there was
is-
that moment of like,
Which is forgiving him more than
Yeah.
other people did,
Yeah.
because most people didn't have kids with them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a trauma response.
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. No, we have a lovely life, and I'm very happy that I came around from that initial huge mistake they made. But yeah, it was interesting to have that experience, and it just showed me how important it is that we're just like us, that we're real with each other, regardless of the characters we play on stage. But it's nice to just be able to play myself on stage so that I don't ever have to make that mistake.
I think some people struggle being themselves though. So that's why they want to be in character. If they're being interviewed and stuff, they just, I don't know what I'd say if I was myself, so
Right.
Yeah.
I'll do the
I
character
guess the
thing.
more we do interviews as ourselves, the more we become characters, because the the answer is just like, oh yeah, this is what I say usually when we talk about this, and it does become scripted and it does become a character. Where I feel like by doing shows where I play myself on stage, I am evolving because of the shows. Where like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's
no, it does. I've seen people, and I've like been friends with people that doing interviews, they change personality, even though they're them, right? Like they put on their their TV voice, right? Like suddenly they're like, "Hey man, what's up?" And then they get on TV and they're like, "Hi there. Now I suddenly talk like this," and I was like, "What's going on here?" You know? And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I just
Rod usually has a really high pitched voice.
Yeah.
This is all of
Hi, this is my normal voice. Is out there. Hey everybody.
You sound like Yosh and Stan Schming.
Yeah, this is my real voice.
Well, and some people are just very aware that they're on being recorded, and they're very careful and circumspect, and like mostly every year I ask Chase Padgett if he'll come on and talk, and oh yeah, sure, yeah, and then he's always too busy. But when I have had him on, I've had him on a couple times over the years. Like you can't get him to say anything. Like if he's ever fucked a clown, like I don't know.
I have a list. No, I'm joking.
But you know what I mean, like
we know.
Chase.
But I just mean like when he's being like somebody like that, not to pick on him, but he does a certain thing and he's got a big audience and whatever, and so when he's doing something and being recorded, he's very careful about what he says, and that's sort of
I think it's I think if you're a white man, you need to be more careful, and you should be. I feel like there is that, like there's certain behaviors that certain people may have had in the past that you don't want to just joke about either. I don't know. Even that, the whole room shift. I said,
No.
Because
we
we
are listening respectfully, and we don't want to. We want you to take up space, and we are just here.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing.
No, remember, I'm leaning into my white male persona. Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll after this is done, we'll take some AI and we'll see how much you talked and what percentage of the hour that was.
Probably more. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Thank you very much.
Well, I know it's problematic being a white man, but I can't help it.
I don't know if it's not problematic. It's like, the opening question, why do we exist? It's like, well, because most of our existence, we don't have a choice. We didn't unless, sure, there's some religions or spiritual awakenings where people are like, I chose my parents and I chose to be here, but I didn't. Definitely didn't, and I didn't choose my parents. Definitely not. But yeah,
I guess I just mean, of course, Rod gave a very good answer about how he mostly wants to kill himself, but he's decided to stay here with us ultimately, which we appreciate.
Like I missed something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you were late.
I'll watch it later.
You watch it later. You're like, well, that was dark.
It was like in the first 45 seconds. He went there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He went there right away. But no, I guess I just mean, and the answer for a lot of folks, is, why do you exist? Well, I exist to do Fringe. That's, I exist to do this thing that I'm doing. And I just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of wonder, like, are you doing what you're meant to be doing? Do you feel like you should be doing something else? Are you this is what I was talking about before with, moving all that shit around this morning for Winnipeg Mennonite Theater, because probably all of you have done things that are in the arts, but sort of adjacent to, whether it's arts admin or facilitating other people's stuff, or you're doing these things that are, like I say, that are just kind of adjacent to your own creation and your own performance and your own, exhibitionism and whatever. How do you feel about, are you happy when you're doing those things? Like, we do those things because we need to make money is normally the thing.
I tend to try and enjoy whatever I'm doing, because if you don't, that's just a very depressing life. A lot of the sort of the extra stuff I do for cash is performance related, certainly more than it used to be. It's a long time since I dressed up like a condom and walked around train stations handing out free condoms to teenagers. That was a fun thing I did for cash once.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want you to show up to the next interview wearing that.
Yeah.
I'll show you
Just for
pictures
Kelly.
later.
Yeah.
No, I've worn some ridiculous costumes in my
Yeah.
time and done some ridiculous jobs. But yeah, they're all means to the end, aren't they?
Yeah. Rod, how do you feel about that side stuff?
Yeah, I truly believe that, you know, do what makes you feel good, right? Like if you're happy, like do it. And I just don't think that, you know, you should have to sacrifice those things and surround yourself with those people that will support that at the end of the day. Right. And also like,
So find a sugar daddy.
yeah, but the thing is like, I try to like say this to people as well that I know. And I would say this at the end of my shows, like post show, like on some level is like, we tend to put an onus on individuals quite a lot, right? Like we talk about like, oh, if you're not doing something, you know, reach out, find help. If you're not happy, like make the change. If you're this, do this. But I do fundamentally believe that when you check in with each other as a society, right? When everybody else checks in on each other rather than being in your own bubble saying like, oh, like I feel this anxiety, like I don't know what to do. If you're reaching out to others and everyone's doing that, then as a whole, we start to like check in and like help each other.
Community.
And so when a community helps somebody, like everybody's helping everybody.
Yeah.
And so it's not really about like you trying to find that, like, you know, like it's not like the ownership on you to surround yourself. But if everybody else is looking out for each other in that way, and you're supporting each other, saying like, hey, I got you, and I love you, and I support you, and who you are and what you do, you know, like in all facets. Like I just believe like if that's what you want to do for your living, or how you want to dress, or how you want to present, whatever it is in life, right? Like if you just as a society go like, hey, I got you, and I see you, and support that, then people will want to continue. Right? Like then that rises and you don't question yourself as much and you start to go like, hey, like, and it catches on, right? Like, well, I try hard now to like actually call people and be like, hey, how are you doing? Like, what is your thing? Good job. Like, and just do that more often than going like, oh, I think I need this right now. Right? Like, because it makes me feel good to make others feel good at the end of the day.
Our slogan for our project here is art will save us all. And that's the thing that I believe in, because I believe we've set up our society very badly, and it's getting worse. You know, we have more billionaires and more homeless people. I mean, if you guys walked here, you probably walked by 15 homeless people, and you know it's just not great. It's not sustainable, and we can't. You know, politicians are not going to fix it or bail. You know, the government's not going to do it. Billionaires aren't going to bail us out. So all these things that maybe, I just think that the art and the artists and this community that you're talking about and this collaboration and empathy and caring and all these things are the only thing to me that's worth anything, I think, because you know, we're just without that, we're just going down the shitter. But the way that we've set up our society is, you know, we value certain things. We value money, we value fame, we value, and you know, we unfortunately don't. Unless you're going to call Marvel movies art, which I guess maybe.
Well, I mean, this guy loves Marvel.
No, I do not. They are garbage.
But
don't get us started on Thor and Marvel films.
But I mean,
so the guy with like a nerdy.
We don't, but we really don't value art, you know, as a society and as a culture, and
yes and no, though. I feel like there is a part of that does value it. And I went to like an evening at Folkfest for the first time. I live here, but I'm not from here, so it's not like in my blood, you know, I'm not a Folkfester. But I saw like Angine de Poitrine, who's now mainstream. But that is, to me, that is art. And they've taken something in a concept quite far, and it caught on, and now it's a part of this like pop culture, pretty
Mhm.
popular. You know, they're selling out huge venues, and that is like, it started off probably a bunch of people just a little bit high and passionate about an idea, and they're like,
Mhm.
let's cover ourselves in polka dots,
Mhm.
and they're taking over the music industry right now, you know.
Mhm.
And that's nice and weird. That's exciting.
Mhm.
That's like, oh my god.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist, and I'm not saying some of it, that none of it breaks through. And we do have, Folk Fest, which gets 60,000 people or whatever. And I just mean sort of generally and overall, and in the main. And when I was so mad when the Jets came back, hockey, Winnipeg Jets, when they came back 15 years ago, all these people were like, "Oh my God, I can finally say that I live in Winnipeg again, because finally we're legitimate, because we've got a hockey team." I mean, without a hockey team, we're just Regina.
Right.
And the money that the government puts into subsidies, and all the things that surround this whole thing. And I mean, they never actually win anything.
So we have a similar thing in Britain. We've been talking about this a lot within the arts. Yes, Britain does fund the arts. The National Theatre, the National Ballet, the National Opera get lots of funding, but they don't fund the grassroots. And we've got small venues shutting all the time, and they don't fund the small fringes that we have in Britain. They have to get local funding. And yet the arts bring in so much money into Britain, much more than sport. And yet sport gets funding. And sport's very good, very important. But when they look at pound for pound or dollar for dollar, the money that the arts make, if you fund like an arts program in a school, those people are going to grow up, and they're going to be the directors, they're going to be the writers who will get the film industry into Britain. Well, there's no long term in it.
And if you're talking just economic stimulus, if you give $10 million to a hockey player, he's going to put that money in the bank. Some of it's going to go to his agent, whatever. If you gave $10 million to a bunch of artists, it's going to be instantly back in the, you know what I mean? Back in
Also,
the
in the
ecosystem.
Fuck off, right? Like, go away, you dumb goalie. Like, no one wants him here. Let's be honest. He's the goaltender for the Jets. You can piss right off.
Okay.
Okay. Feelings.
Trump supporting.
Do you?
Oh, I see. I hate him as well now.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just
I don't
like.
know.
Do you? Would you folks like to go see any shows this year? Is there anything that anybody's doing that you're like, hey, yeah, I want to go see that?
Yes, I can't pronounce the title of it because I forgot already.
Okay.
But there is a clown. We'll call him a physical comedian.
Yeah.
Because it's not the type of clown you're thinking of, like the type of clown you might be scared of.
Okay.
But a physical comedian from originally from New Zealand, now living in Prague, and Trickvy. And Trickvy is like huge and does a bunch of shows in Edinburgh at the Fringe and tours on that side of the world. And it's his first time at the Fringe here. And I honestly don't remember the title of the show, but I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah. Anything else?
What else?
I mean, you got all your friends. You got to go see all your
friends.
friends.
Trying to think of like new people who might not be on the radar, but I don't know. There's just so much. I don't know. Trickvy's probably the first, the recommendation. There's 2 French shows. There's not a lot of French programming, so I'm excited about that. And they're both out at the French Quarters, and as a francophone, that's really exciting. So I like that there's more than one language being, staged at this festival, and I think it's important.
Yeah. You didn't know Charles LeBlanc, did you? Who just died? Yeah. And anyway, he was a theater. He was an old theater guy and a writer in St. Boniface who just died recently. Rod, how long has it been since you've been here? A while? Or were you here last year?
I don't know the last time I wasn't. COVID was the last time
So you're here all the time?
Yeah, every year.
What do you want to go see?
I'm gonna recheck out Tony Adams' show, Tony Russell's The World, because I saw it in Victoria. I want to see what changes Tony's made. I'm writing a show for Edmonton Fringe with Tony right now called The Taint Brothers, which will be a clown show.
Taint Brothers?
Yeah.
It's a ripoff of the Merkin sisters.
I had a meeting with Ingrid and I was like, can I not do this? And Ingrid went, I can't sue you. Go for it.
Yeah, you asked her. That's great. No, I did see that.
I actually even asked Ingrid. I was like, should I message somebody? And Ingrid was like, no, why? I was like,
no.
Okay, sure.
It's all a joke. And I remember seeing on the Facebook artist group at some point,
Right.
you literally wrote basically a knockoff the Merkin sisters.
Right.
So it's cool.
It's like the male version
Yeah.
of, but like it's actually very different, to be honest, because it'll be
it's
like
exciting.
it's all about like toxic masculinity and like queerness within males and their struggles within that, and like being cis and being like, what is this, and all that stuff.
Do you show your taint in it?
Tony wanted to. We're not.
Oh.
It was like a hard no. One, I was
Too
like,
bad.
there was a lot of stuff because we already did the write up, and I was like, we've already said what we can and cannot do, so we have to like hold it. So there might be a sequel, who knows? But Tony's, I'm dying to see Mind of a Snail's new show. I adore Chloe and Jessica.
That's great.
Toured with them like 15 years ago, and they were a big influence on myself and Ingrid Hansen doing Kid and Jane and the stuff that we've done with our puppetry. They had like one of my favorite shows of all time, which was Cause and Effect, but they're doing a new show. And I really can. The one I would suggest is also check out Katie Ellen Humphrey's show. Katie Ellen's a very good friend of mine, stand-up comedian, and she fucking hits a home run with this solo show.
She's a great comedian.
She's one of my favorite human beings on the planet.
And she did a lot of work in Victoria, like with vaudeville.
Yeah, that's how we know each other.
Yeah.
We were like original vaudeville members together.
Eden, is there anything you'd like to go see?
As you asked that question, my mind went blank. I have not looked at the brochure yet. I've just come from various other fringes, and I did pop into the Fringe HQ, and I looked at all the big things, and I was like, "Oh, that looks great! That looks great! That looks great!" And now I can't remember any of them.
Okay.
I've got like 4 flyers on my bag, and I can't remember what.
There's always so many things to go see, and there's the things that you'd like to see again, and things that you'd like to see for the first time, and then there's the people that will be mad at you if you don't go see their show.
Oh, that pressure! Yeah, that's
I don't care.
But there was somebody who I would always go to see, and that was Eric Duvall, because he was so lovely, and he was a person his voice was like warm hot chocolate, and I could listen to him do the phone book, and that's so sad that I was thinking about him today, because I'm like, sometimes somebody is gone and you kind of don't think about them until you think about them, and then you don't remember right away that they're not with us anymore.
Yeah.
There's that second, and then you're like, oh. Yeah. Well, that's a downer to end on.
Yeah.
But tell us again, Eden Ballantyne, your show is
Thor's a Dick, Viking Legends Not for Kids, and Grimm's Fairy Tales, which is a kid's show, feminist fairy tales.
And those are both over at MTYP.
Yep.
And those, when do you open?
Tomorrow for the
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday for the adults, Thursday for the kids.
Rod Peter Jr., your show is
Dad Stuff.
Yeah.
I open Wednesday like 7 something maybe. I don't know. You're adults, look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Stephanie.
I also open tomorrow. I'm at the King's Head Pub for the first time.
Okay.
So
You're taking over Jem Roll's spot.
Yeah.
Jem is not here
He's not
this
here.
year.
I didn't
I
Oh,
actually
well.
am Jem Roll.
Yeah. You just pull it off and you go, woods.
It is weird to not have Jem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else would tell us where to eat really bad food?
Yeah, I love celebrating Jem's birthday every year.
I actually
at
do.
a Chinese
I
restaurant.
do.
But I'm at the King's Head Pub, and I'm excited because it's a stand-up show. It's kind of perfect setting, and I have a show almost every day and open on Wednesday.
And you won't be doing any drugs during that time, or just regular?
No, I won't be.
Just regular.
I will not be.
Just normal
Just think
stuff.
about it.
Just normal. Just normal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for stopping by. Eden Ballantyne, Rod Peter Jr., Stephanie Morin-Robert, and thank you so much for stopping by. Please stay tuned for lots more content, lots of people to interview, some people that are standing at the door right now trying to open it. Thank you so much. Art will save us all.